All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to connect with you today. My name is Sherry Vreeman, and I am joined today by Kara Lindsay Baker
Hello.
and Brooke Vreeman.
Hello.
And we are talking today about the compensation plan, building a residual income, what that looks like. And so we're going to just kind of talk it out today and share with you some of the pros, a lot of the pros, and some of the details. And hopefully that will help equip you to share with other people and answer questions you might have. So let's start. I'm going to blow through the first few slides because you have seen the value in creating a residual income. You understand what it means to trade hours for dollars, and you've seen that you don't have to do that forever. So congratulations. I'm excited for you. Is this easy? No, I wouldn't say it's easy. Is it worth it? Absolutely. 3 years in, I can tell you there is no way we would be making the income that we are right now with the amount of time that we work. We work from anywhere. We work when we want. So you can build this to whatever degree that you want. This is a very personal choice. Whatever degree you want, we're here to support you. Whatever your goals are, we're here to hear that and help you reach them. So I love this business because doTERRA is very strong in it's personal, and it's about you, your family, your passions, and the way you want your life to look. So definitely communicate with us, with Kara Lindsay, with Brooke, with whoever enrolled you. Let them know this is what we need in my family. This is what we're hoping for. And we're committed to helping support you to that degree. Just a few stats as you talk to people and build your business. People need a plan. They need a residual income. They need something besides what they're just doing now. The average income for people as they retire is under, monthly income is under $2,000 a month. So not very much. And the cost of living is far, far higher than that. And that doesn't even cover nursing home stats. People are doing their best, but they're living paycheck to paycheck. In America, people with the average age of 50, they have an average retirement savings of $42,000. That is not going to last a long time. This is an opportunity for anybody and everybody, I believe with all my heart. So think about your own personal situation, people you know, maybe people you haven't shared this with, and take note of some of this information, because when you share this, people relate and they're excited to know that there's an opportunity that will work for them. It doesn't require a certain degree. It doesn't require you to be a certain age. You're not competing with anybody else. This is personal. It's up to you. So 98% of the people retiring today, they're dependent on family and government and somebody else to supplement that income. We want to take control of the controllables today and make sure that's not our situation. You've started this business, but as you think about people that are in need or hate their jobs or are sad because they're not home with their kids or all they do is work and that's not what they want their life to look like, jot down these 3 important factors to consider before you share with them. Let them know, listen, this is a business. This is a serious opportunity to make a strong income that will be up to you, that you will be, quote unquote, the boss. Will it be relevant in 10 to 15 years? Well, I can tell you essential oils will be. They are the support that people are going to. People are tired of being sick. They're tired of being on a lot of meds. They're tired of not feeling good. The New England Journal of Medicine has just released a statistic that this is the first generation in 2 centuries that the children are not projected to live longer than their parents, and that is just not okay. So this will definitely be relevant in 10 to 15 years. We are just starting. Is it true? Does it work? Well, here's the cool thing. It's nothing new. This is what was going on before Big Pharma came on the scene. This is what great grandma did. She brought some peppermint tea in for the tummy when it didn't feel good. She brought eucalyptus in when I couldn't breathe very well to support my respiratory system. Yes, it works. It's very inexpensive. Nobody's making a whole lot of money off of it. The integrity is there, and people are going back to those roots. It's going to be relevant. It works. It's true. And if you don't choose to represent whatever it is you're spending your life doing, not a product or that opportunity or whatever the service is, don't make it your business. And I can tell you this wholeheartedly, you can't have my oils. We use our oils every single day. Every single person, man, woman, child, older, elderly, every single person, every single day has an opportunity to benefit from oils. So I would partake of this, even if it wasn't what I did for work. You guys have come into this business because you're looking to create a residual income. That means you don't want to haul buckets really quickly. the gentleman who hauled buckets to his little town of water. And every day he went down to the river and he hauled those buckets of water back, and he worked hard. And for as good as he felt, he worked that hard, and he brought those buckets back and sold them. And one day he didn't feel good, so he couldn't haul as many, so he didn't make as much money. And when he couldn't haul at all, he didn't make any money. And then one day he thought, what if I built a pipeline? What if I built a pipeline from that stream to that city? And that's what he began to do. And people thought he was crazy because he was working 2 jobs. But he knew that if he didn't quit, if he paid a price for a season, for a while, there would come a day that he laid the last piece of pipe. And he did. And that day he turned the spigot on. And that was the last day he hauled buckets. Because from that point on, he had a pipeline that brought in his increase. That is what you are doing with this business. And that is what I think most people would love to experience in their life. So don't be afraid to share the potential of residual income. So why make doTERRA your pipeline? You've already chosen that, but it's important for you to remember this. Unlimited earning potential, and that's just the truth. This is not a pyramid. You will be paid according to what you produce. Nobody decides how much or how hard or when you work. This is up to you. Very high retention rate. 72% is our retention rate. 9 to 18% is the average retention rate out in the direct sales world. doTERRA is the #1 direct sales company in the United States of America. We are the #1 essential oil company in the world. And that simply has come about because of the product. We are a product-driven company. It's a product that's true and it works and people need it. And it doesn't go bad and they'll need it forever. So they come back and they repurchase. We are not always working to find new customers. We are serving people with information on how to support their family, on how to have a first line of defense in the home. People want these oils. They want to feel good. They want to be healthy. And this is an incredibly natural, inexpensive, easy, immediate way to do that. Therefore, they reorder. 72%, 72 out of 100 people, every 4 months you go back, they're reordering doTERRA. They're reordering essential oils or those products that are essential oil based. Work from home. Work from home, work from the beach, work from wherever you go, because everywhere you do go, you're going to run into people who can benefit from oils. You decide your hours, a lot of freedom here. Very stable, a reliable opportunity and company. We are 9 years old now. We are completely debt free. We were a $2 billion run company by the end of last year. The projections are off the chart. We're going to be around, and we are only looking to grow bigger. Co-impact sourcing is something that we're very proud of. Most people want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They want to have things taken care of at home so they can help their neighbor, help their fellow man. When you're involved simply in using oils, you're involved in something called co-impact sourcing, which I'm sure you've seen videos on at this point, but share this information with people because you are actually changing the life of somebody around the world. You actually are making a difference. All right, let's talk about the compensation plan. I want Carol, Lindsay, and Brooke to jump in anytime they've got something to add. I love iron sharpening iron, and that's what we're going to do today. So we're simply going to start with talking about retail profit. Now, if you love sales and you want to sell oils, you can. But I'm going to be honest with you, I've only sold 2 bottles of oil in the 3 years I've been involved in doTERRA because my passion is helping people understand how oils work and helping them get them in their hands. So that mom, that dad, that young person is equipped and confident and able to take care of themselves right then and right there. And we find that when we serve people that education, they want that wholesale membership. So if I sell anything, I sell a wholesale membership. Very simple. But if you have a shelf, if you've got chiropractors, if you've got massage therapists, if you've got naturopaths, and we've got a whole lot of them on our team that want to put these oils on their shelves, you can do that and you can earn 25%. That's the profit margin on selling products at retail. You can sell products at retail to your friends and family. For me, I didn't want to focus on delivering and picking up and picking up money from people. Now, everybody gets their own website, which is awesome. So you can send people that website. For those of you who aren't aware, we are in the final year of a 3-year complete IT overhaul. We're going to be using Coca-Cola's platform because of the projected growth. And we're kind of getting it figured out. But right now, there can be some difficulty on the website with just enrolling. We intend to be as easy and as enjoyable as Amazon. So hang in there. It's coming by the end of this year. But right now, you do have a website. You can send that link to people. They can purchase on it. And that 25% increase gets deposited into your account. So you get paid out like that. That simple. So if that's what you want to do, you go for it, and you can share retail. Something I do like to do before we just move on to fast start bonuses is when somebody comes to me and they're at a distance and they're saying, listen, I just want some peppermint. They're knowing I'm involved in a direct sales company, and some people have really been bombarded and chased down by people in MLMs, right? Now we know we have a different culture. We're not like that. We don't do that. But I understand when they are, staying 5 feet away and just saying, I just want peppermint sherry. And I will always say to them, listen, absolutely no problem. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you peppermint at my discount, and you use it and you try it. And if you loved it and you want more, then we're going to talk about a wholesale membership, because it's just like Costco. And it's the easiest, most inexpensive way that you can just purchase what you want at home. And there's no minimum. There's nothing required of you. You don't have to have stock. You don't have to buy a certain amount. It really is like a Sam's Club membership or a Costco membership. And it's like there brings a freedom to them when I mention that. And they're blessed because they know I'm giving it to them at 25% off. And usually that starts a relationship that leads to a little bit of education that develops a hunger in them to want to know more. So
I'm excited to jump in on the different ways that you can make money. And I just want to throw out there really quick, for those of you who are choosing to build a business, you're going to be receiving checks from doTERRA, but a great option is to set up your direct deposit. So all you have to do is, if you even just Google direct deposit doTERRA, there's a form you can print off and you're going to send it in, and they will directly deposit whatever you're making into your bank account. It's a great option. It's a little bit easier than the check option. You end up saving a little bit per each payment. So that's a great choice for those of you who are about to start building. I encourage you to get your direct deposit set up right away.
That's for sure awesome. It costs you about $1.50 each time they cut you a check. So why not save the $1.50?
I think it's 50 cents for direct deposit. So you'll save money in the long run, and it's just going to save you a trip to the bank.
Yes. And you run your entire business from that back office, and we'll have a couple videos to help you learn how to navigate back there as well. But all this information, deposits, tracking, the finances that come into your account, why they come into your account, an account summary and history, it's all going to be there for you so that you can keep track of that all the time, right at your fingertips.
Okay, so we'll go over the fast start bonus and what's required of you. So what is required of you is that you have to have 100 PV in your cart at all times. So that means when you set up your LRP template, you always want to keep $100, 100 PV in there. You're not looking at dollars, you're looking at PV amount. So you'll see that at the totals. You always have to have 100 PV in there in order to be commissionable. So whether you're going to buy what's in that cart or not, keep it over 100 all the time. Commissions run weekly, and if your cart is not at 100, you won't get a check that week. So make sure it's at 100. You can edit it every day up until 24 hours before it ships. So make sure it's at 100. Edit it, the day before you want to ship it, or you're not going to get paid. The 3 ways to get paid are so fast start bonus is if you enroll somebody, you are going to make 20% of their PV for the first 60 days. So you're going to get 20% on that enrollment order, and then anything they order for the next 60 days. Let's say I enrolled Brooke and Brooke enrolled Sherry. Anything that Sherry buys for the first 60 days, Brooke's going to get 20%. I'm going to get 10%. And same way. So if Sherry enrolls somebody, she's getting 20%, Brooke's getting 10%, I'm getting 5%. That's for the first 60 days. So nurture those people for the first 60 days, follow up with them, make sure they're using their oils, they know how to use their oils, educate them, nurture them. So hopefully, if they make another purchase, you'd like for them to make another purchase, you're going to get another 20% on anything else they buy.
This is a great way for those who are looking to make money right away, fast. You need to get started. You have bills to pay. You just need to start making money right away. This business is awesome. It is not a get rich quick business. It takes time to build it, but it's residual. But this is the way you're going to start making money right away. So you want to start enrolling, focus on enrolling. This is how you're going to get paid from the very start. And this is how you're going to really start making money quickly.
Yeah, and if you do want money quickly, having classes is the way that you enroll people the fastest. So you can do one-on-ones, but classes, getting people to class, I have found that they almost always, everybody enrolls. When you teach a class, so get them there, teach the classes, enroll them. If you want, checks every week, do a class every week, and you will see that money coming in.
Absolutely. And set yourself up a tracker, maybe a Google tracker. I'm old school. I had a notebook, in all honesty, and I just put people's names on the notebook. But keep track of those people as you enroll them, because of this 60-day Fast Start bonus. If you will pay attention to them and you'll help them become confident right away, once those oils come, they're excited, but there's a lot of information to still try and remember and process. If you can spend focused time with them during that first couple weeks, so they really start using those oils, they are going to purchase more in the first 60 days. And you're going to see that reflected in the income you get back. So definitely pay attention to who you enroll, keep track of them, follow up, and help them get started. And you'll see that reflected in your finances. All right, Power of Three. Power of Three is an awesome bonus. In order to be commissionable, like Carol Lindsay said, you need to have 100 PV in your cart at all times. So as you encourage people to begin using product, when they do that, have 100 PV in their cart every month, and you place them frontline to you, that will qualify you for the Power of Three bonus. This is a bonus that's paid out because of proper structure and the LRP. So this bonus has nothing to do with who enrolled who. It only has to do with where you're placed and if you're on the Loyalty Rewards Program, the LRP, at 100 PV. So when you enroll and you are commissionable, you spend that 100 PV in your cart every month, and you have 3 people frontline to you that do the same thing, you're qualified to receive $50 from the company. And this is a monthly bonus. Now, each of these bonuses that we're talking about, you get them all. So whatever you qualify for, you get paid. As you help those 3 people do the same thing, the company pays you $250. And as you help those 3 people do the same thing, that would be $1,500 from the company. And this is something that's progressive. So as your business grows, each time you have 3 people front line to you, and this happens, you can have this bonus. You qualify for it over and over again. So there are no limitations. The one thing with the Power of Three bonus you have to remember is you do need 600 PV overall volume. The comp plan of doTERRA is extremely generous. Many other plans require overall volume at every rank, and they do not. But this is one bonus, the Power of Three bonus, that you do need 600 overall PV volume with your frontline people and yourself to qualify for that 50, 250, and 1,500.
And we as a team focus more on 2 legs, building 2 legs strong first, because the first rank you want to hit is going to require you to have 2 strong legs. So some people build for the Power of Three. We do not build for Power of Three because we feel like it's a better plan to structure your business to hit rank. So the first rank you're going to hit is that requires structure. We're going to go through in a few minutes. Requires you to have 2 legs. So we like to build 2 strong legs before we start a 3rd leg. And we'll talk a little bit about placements. So as you place people and structure your business, we're going to make sure that you talk to one of us as you place people. So you can try to build your 2 strong legs first. Your 3rd leg and your Power of Three bonus will come. But we personally don't build for Power of Three.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you can create a synergy in your team, so this is a good picture of it. You enroll these 2 people. If you took this 3rd person, you put them under one of these 2 people instead of going wide, that creates a synergy and excitement with that person that you just place them under. And now they're going to partner. doTERRA is very, very unusual in that you will make more money as you get deeper. Most comp plans pay you more money on your front line. And that encourages people to place everybody under me, right? Me. doTERRA flipped it upside down. Hello. So you actually make more money, under the people. As you enroll somebody and you place them down here, that points that they spend flow through everyone, including yourself. So you just bless this person by placing someone under them. this begins to develop strength and excitement. And the culture of doTERRA, which you've probably already experienced, is so cross-line strong, so team feeling, so willing to share and work together. That's another reason that we're growing at the rate we are. People are really tired of being cutthroat out in the world. So to have somebody working for you and with you is unusual. If you were to just go 3 wide, sure, you get your $50 bonus. But when you bring this person, you put them under a leader. My mentor encouraged me right away. He said, listen, start your 2 legs, but the next time you have a builder come in, give them to one of those people. Go 2 or 3 builders deep in each leg before it's about going wide. Because when you do that, they're engaged and they're going to see progress, and it's going to build faster and stronger. And that's healthy for your organization. So here you can see what most comp plans, I'll put our comp plan up against anybody out there boldly. You can see how most comp plans are going to pay you a higher percentage on level 1, right? And as you get lower, they're going to pay you less. That's because no matter what, it's going to grow like a tree. You have more people sharing with more people, no way around it. So look at the difference in price with doTERRA paying us 7% on level 7 versus 2, like most comp plans. They're looking at $12,600 a month. And if you're in the same amount of PV in business, in doTERRA, you're making over $30,000. It takes so much more work and volume flowing through you in other companies to make the kind of money that we have the opportunity to make in doTERRA. So you have got a comp plan. You're in the right place that you can boldly, excitedly offer to people. When people talk pyramid, I like to remind them of, listen, conventional jobs are pyramid. My husband owns the company. No employee will ever make the money that my husband will. He owns the company. It is a pyramid. Now, pyramids in the direct sales market are illegal. So if somebody says that to you, I always say back to people, I hate pyramids too. I'm glad they're illegal. And that usually surprises them, right? I don't have to debate about it at all. But this is an opportunity that I can make more money than anybody who enrolled me. It is really completely specific to what I want to put into it. So know that first level to you pays out at 2%. Second, 3%, 5, 5, 6, 6, and 7. And you get paid in depth according to your ranks. So silver, and we'll talk about this in a minute, silver is the first quote unquote leadership rank, and you get paid 7 levels deep. Carol Lindsay just said something very, very wise. And if I can sow anything into you today, it's you have a lot to be excited about, but focus on sharing. Focus on teaching people how to use oils, introducing them to oils. And as they enroll, because they will, then you just come talk to Carol Lindsay or to one of your upline, to Brooke, to me. We are available. We don't know it all, but we've made a lot of mistakes that you don't need to. And the cool thing about doTERRA, which is very different than other businesses, is you have 14 days when someone enrolls to decide where you want to place them on your team. They don't just come in under somebody like other businesses. So you have the freedom to create these legs or teams that have synergy. Maybe you've got 4 or 5 women that love yoga. Maybe you've got 4 or 5 women that homeschool. Maybe you've got 2 or 3 guys that do a business that they want to get out of. Carol Lindsay's got some very cool people on her team. They're like, you know what? We're not going to do this forever. And these men are coming together saying, let's rock this so that we have a residual income waiting for us. We're connecting them together. So there's a lot of freedom in setting your team up specifically with an energy in a way that they'll thrive. And we'll help you with that. So 14 days. I put a timer for 10 days for myself when I've got somebody to be moved. So I do not forget them. You don't want 4 or 5, 6 people sitting front line to you. You don't want that to happen. You want to take those people and put them under other people and build those teams, because all of those points add up together and flow through you. You want to go 7 levels down. Now, beyond 7 levels, you get paid profit sharing. So here's the cool thing. I don't mind when I see other doTERRA meetings happening in my town because you are going to make money. You're going to benefit from everybody else in the work they're doing. We all are involved in profit sharing. And we're opening 4 to 5 countries a year. So as you know, people who travel, maybe you've got students who are studying abroad or family, you have opportunity to even be involved in something called Founders Club. And we can talk about that later, but know this, you just share with everybody that you know, there's opportunity for residual income beyond 7 levels deep. Founders Club is a percentage of the overall sales of that country. And beyond 7 levels is overall sales of this entire company. And we'll talk about those when we hit rank, but 7 deep, and we're going to help you figure out where to place people, because there is a wisdom in that. And you get paid this every single month. This deposit is made into your account every single month.
Can we talk about determining builder share?
Yeah.
So as you have those 14 days, as you're trying to determine where to put somebody, you want to have crucial conversations with those people that have enrolled and figure out if they are a sharer, if they're a builder, or if they're a leader. And we have a document we can send you on how to determine that. So you want to, if somebody's going to be a sharer, how many, you want to go over that, the hours for each one like you did last
I'll pull it up. Yeah, if you want to start talking about
So you want to, somebody that might think they're a builder, in their mind is a builder, in your mind might not be a builder. So you kind of want to talk to those people and figure out, okay, what is their definition of building? Are they spending 5 hours a week on it and they think they're building? Are they spending 10? I think Brooke has some stats here.
Yeah, so what we kind of broke it down to is a sharer is really someone who's looking kind of to get their oils paid for. They just want to get their oils for free. So that would be a goal of elite. So the average earnings for an elite is around $300 a month. So a sharer would commit to the 100 PV LRP order each month, and they would host classes ever so often. So they just want to earn enough to pay for their oils, really build to be just more of an organic elite. So classes here and there, but they do commit to that 100 PV. So a builder, they're going to commit to the 125 to 150 PV, and they're going to have it shipped before the 15th of the month. So they're going to get that free product of the month each month, and they're going to host classes every week, or at least 2 to 4 a month. So if they're only having 2 a month, they need to have at least over 5 people attend. And then they're also willing to commit to do 15 minutes of personal development a day, or they can accumulate it all in one day, but it ends up being about 15 minutes a day. And they want to earn an income of between $1,000 and $3,000 a month. So that'd be anywhere from silver to platinum. So that's their goal. And they're going to commit to 10 to 15 hours a week. They're going to, partake in those mentoring calls each week, team calls, trainings, events. That's what they're willing to commit. And then the leader, that's going to also be 125 to 150 PV each month in their LRP orders. And they're going to host classes every week. Same thing, at least 2 to 4 a month. If it's less than 3, they're going to have at least 5 for each of those. Also willing to do the 15 minutes of development, but they're going to be more on a fast-paced purpose mission. They're going to try to attract leaders. They want to build their own team, work with like-minded people, and they're looking to replace their income as fast as possible. So that's really going to be 6 figures up and onward. So that'd be diamond and above. So anywhere from diamond, blue diamond, presidential diamond, those are their goals. And they're willing to commit 15 to 20 hours a week. They're also going to do those mentoring calls, team calls, trainings, events. So they're just willing to commit a little bit more time, and they're on a faster track. So that's a difference really between a sharer, a builder, and a leader.
We have all that if you want us to email you that.
And let me jump in with this too. It's important to know that 85% at least, honestly, of your business is going to be people that come in and want to use oils and they end up sharing. So don't be frustrated. I think the question I get probably more than anything is, well, where am I going to find a builder? Where am I going to find a builder? Many times builders evolve out of people who just use oils and share. It happens because they use them, they have experiences, they talk about them, they share. Somebody else starts using, pretty soon they're seeing a little bit of money come back because they're commissionable, and now they're saying, hey, listen, I talk about these all the time, I can really turn into a business. Over half of the leadership right now, if you talk to them in dōTERRA, people who are hitting diamond and above, did not come into this business with the intention of doing it full-time as a business. It evolved. So pay close attention to your users, support them, help them have experience, help them become confident in their oil usage. Don't be frustrated. Don't be discouraged. They're awesome. We love helping families. We love seeing change. And when your heart is to serve people like that, you're going to see people use and grow and evolve. Now, definitely, if you are building on purpose, like I'm assuming you are if you're on this webinar, you want to attract builders. And so you'll present the business opportunity. But when you do, have this printout. And I say even during the first couple of weeks, have this printout where you can actually visit with people and have the crucial conversation to say, what would you like doTERRA to do for you? You know, when it comes to finances, what would you envision? Or ask them, you know, questions like, what would your life be like if you had this much extra cash a month? What would a day look like? What would you do differently? You don't have to not be busy, but what would you choose to be busy with? And that helps people begin to think about the potential of actually being a builder and seeing these are the hours required. This is the commitment level. So don't be frustrated if you've got a lot of users and shares, and pay attention to who's using product, because they will evolve into builders, and you will meet people like yourself that are gung-ho and say, let's go. I want to replace my income. I want to do an income that I don't have an opportunity to hit right now, and I want to do it fast.
Yeah, and by sharing this with them and helping them tell you where they're at, you can support them where they see themselves, where they're at. That's going to save you so much time and frustration, because you might want them to be a builder or a leader and they might not be there yet. But if you're pushing things on them that they aren't ready for that yet, we don't want to give anyone a bad taste. We want to support them with where they are, where they see themselves. And like she said, a lot of shares evolve into that. So shares are great. Your business can be built on them. Nurture them. You want them. That's awesome. And when you have people come alongside and they tell you, yeah, I see myself as a builder. Yeah, I see myself as a leader. And they can tell you, this is the commitment I'm willing to, commit to doTERRA. You can support them in that and where they see themselves. And that's going to save you a ton of frustration and thinking it was different than it actually is. And that's going to help your business thrive and everyone on your team be successful with where they want to be and where they see doTERRA fit into their lives.
Yes, agreed. All right, let's talk about leadership bonus pools. So this is where it gets sweet. The company takes 6% of their total global sales and splits it up between 5 leadership bonus pools. This is paid out monthly. So what they do is take 2%, they split that between silver, gold, and platinums. 1%, they split between diamond, blue diamond, and presidentials. And 1% split between just diamonds, 1% split just between blue diamonds, and 1% split between presidential diamonds. Our compensation plan has really not changed since this company was started, which is unusual because most other companies have shifted their comp plan. We did have one change here recently, and it's to add 2 new bonus pools. So when there has been a change, they're giving us more money. They're giving us more money back. So that's not reflected in this slide, but know that premiers and silvers now actually will be having a new pool. So once you hit rank, and we'll look at the structure required for these, that would be silver and above, you're going to start actually benefiting from part of these overall bonus pools, which are paid out monthly. So on average, you see some numbers here, 4,000 at diamond, around 12,000 at blue, 35,000 at presidential. These are monthly payouts, and these are just the bonus pool finances, just the bonus pool payout. So you can add your power of 3 on top of that. You can add your fast start on top of that. And you can add your unilevel on top of that. So you see how there is a strong potential to really make great income with doTERRA. I want to stress this is an average. That means there are low paid diamonds and there are very high paid diamonds. You'll be paid according to what your organization produces each month. Each month you start at 0. And we build this residually so that each month we should see a little bit more coming in regularly on that loyalty rewards program. And again, that's why it's so important for you right now to enroll people, but to follow up, to find out how they want to use doTERRA, what their needs are. When you can help them meet those needs and they have experiences, they will be a part of the loyalty rewards program. They'll reorder. And that's how you see every month your numbers grow all by themselves. So that will help you be a stronger diamond, blue diamond, presidential, etc.
Yeah, it's awesome. And she just touched on that new bonus. It's actually called the empowerment bonus. Mm-hmm. And we're super excited for that. So that's going to be for premiers and silvers. She mentioned it's awesome. So definitely excited about that as you guys start to build your businesses and you start shooting for premier and silver. That's a great bonus to look forward to. Just getting started on your way towards these bonuses.
So like I said, hitting rank requires a personal 100 PV LRP order every month. So like I said, you're going to keep it in your cart, but you also have to purchase a 100 PV order every month. And PV stands for personal volume. So that's your own personal purchase. So if you see, on your back office, PV and OV, PV is what you spent personally. OV is all of the volume that's flowing through you. So your volume plus anybody that you have enrolled under you, their personal volume added to your personal volume becomes your overall volume. And then you have to have enrollership of the person that is helping you hit rank under you. Do you want to go over it?
We call it your qualifier. So when you enroll someone, you're their enroller, and you get to place them. That's called a sponsor change. So you can move them, but you're still their enroller. And so what it takes when you start looking at hitting ranks that require structure, that would be Premier and above, you have to have enrollership of the person qualifying you. So you have one qualifier per leg that you've enrolled. So the person doesn't necessarily have to be frontline to you to be your qualifier as long as you have enrolled them. So we're going to start going over the ranks. I think my mom's going to talk a little bit more about that. If you have questions on it though too, any questions on anything we've gone over, feel free to reach out to Kara Lindsay, to me, to my mom. We would be happy to go more in depth on any of the questions you do have. And it will click as you learn about it, as you continue to learn the compensation plan. I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, but as you go over it and over it, it does click.
So it did take me a long time to understand that someone in my leg had to be my qualifier. It took me several times of different people explaining that to understand it. So I'll try to give you my best way to understand it. So if you look at on the screen, if you look at the Premier box, hitting Premier takes 2 legs at Elite. At Executive. So let's say someone is frontline to you that is not active, but the person below them is, and they hit Executive. They're the qualifier in your leg.
As long as you've enrolled them.
As long as you have enrolled them. So that's what I mean. It can be a qualifier anywhere in the leg. You see the two executive legs right there. As long as it's somebody in that leg that you have enrolled that has a 2,000 overall volume flowing through them, that's your qualifier. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. It will make sense if it doesn't right now.
So it can be anywhere in that leg as long as you've enrolled them. We'd love for them to be frontline. That's awesome. That's what we shoot for. But, if you start building a leg and someone down there, 4th, 5th level, 6th level, starts engaging and you enrolled them and they start building and growing, they can be your qualifier. It does not matter. They are not on your front line. That's not a requirement to be a qualifier. So just keep in mind, as long as you've enrolled them and they meet the requirements for you to hit rank, whatever you need them to be. So if it's Premier, they're executive, they can be your qualifier. It does not matter where they're placed. As long as you've enrolled them and they meet those requirements, they're on LRP for 100 PV, they can be your qualifier.
So for me, I'm a visual learner. I think Carol Lindsay, Brooke, you're both right too. And as you do this and as you place people, there will be a simplicity in this. You'll get it as you do it. So again, you enroll people, you talk to your upline, and we'll help you place. And we'll help this make sense as you do it. But for me, I looked at my team underneath me, and I knew that to hit Premier, I had to have 2 executive legs. And so when I looked at my 2 legs, who is the person in that leg that hit 2,000 overall volume? And you can see all of this in your back office. And did I enroll them? So if I enrolled them and they were on the 100 LRP and they hit 2,000, that's my qualifier. So that's how you determine it. Who hit the rank? Who qualified for executive? Because you have an executive on your leg. So now that will be your qualifier for Premier. So we all have a little different terminology. Don't worry about it. The more you see this, you'll get it.
Let me say something quick about your back office. If you are very new and you don't know what your back office is, log in, hit the team tab, and then along the left side, you'll see graphical tree, detailed genealogy, sponsor changes, some other things. But if you want to see what your tree looks like and see who's under you, hit graphical tree and you'll see that. If you want to just a line item of each person, hit detailed genealogy. Either one of those will show you who is on your team especially if I've placed people on your team and you're now a builder and you have all these people under you and you don't understand that, log in, go to team and hit one of those, click on one of those and you'll see where you are.
Yes. Okay, so let's just talk about ranks. And again, this will be a taste and you guys can get into this more deeply later and ask questions or jot them down now. Executive simply means that you have had 2,000 overall volume flow through you from everybody adding up underneath you through you, and that you are on your 100 LRP, so you are commissionable. That happens, you're executive. The next rank we talk about is elite, which is 3,000. Again, the same exact situation. 3,000 points, overall volume points, have flowed up through you because of all the different purchases being made on the team below you. And that causes you to qualify as an elite. The first rank requiring a structure is premier. So executive and elite, it doesn't matter what your legs are. It doesn't matter if you have one, if you've got four. We don't want you to have four. But sometimes it happens. You may have customers that come in. And sometimes you have retail customers and they're on your front line. There is no structure required. But we want you to be prepared to hit premier quickly. So it would be very wise for you to be talking to Carol Lindsay, to Brooke, to your upline, whoever's enrolled you that is savvy, to help you set up for premier. I don't want one leg of 3,000. I would like to split that between two legs. So I'm getting closer to having two executive legs, which is what is required for the premier rank. Premier happens when you have 5,000 overall volume points that flow through you with two executive legs housing part of it. That means you have two legs that each have 2,000. So you see the executive green circle. When you have two legs underneath you, you've enrolled the person, they've had 2,000 overall volume run through them, and they're on their LRP for 100, and so are you. You're going to hit premier as long as you total 5,000. That means each of those legs could be 2,500. Each of those legs could be 2,000, and you could have 1,000 PV from somewhere else. Customers, maybe a third leg, anywhere else. The total's 5,000. That's premier. And we just have added a new bonus for the premier rank. So that is an awesome place to be headed, but it has to be on purpose. You're thinking about premier even as you're growing as an elite. So I want to highly encourage you, all of us ladies do, to ask your upline, because structure and strategy is powerful, and you can hit premier with 5,000 PV, and you cannot hit premier until you have 15,000 PV if you don't structure correctly. So we want to help you do that. The next rank is silver, and that is the first leadership rank. So silver means you're going to have 3 legs now that each have an elite. So we saw back here, an elite has 3,000 overall volume, no structure required. Well, when you have 3 legs that do that, and you've enrolled them, that makes you a silver. Average income is around 2,000 a month, and that will partly depend upon if you have the power of 3 bonus. So know for these numbers from silver up, they are adding in that you're hitting that 1,500. We want to encourage you again, do not focus on that, it will come. As you serve people into having experiences and the knowledge to do that LRP and use those oils to clean their house, to take care of their family's health, to use it aromatherapy, to use it for emotional support. The opportunities go on, you will have that LRP Power 3 bonus happen, and we want to help you with that.
This one's hitting 50. Here. This one's including the 50.
This one's including 50.
50,
yes.
Not the
Yeah. No, sorry. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Forgive me. 50 starts here. And then from here on up, just know that all the way to the 1,500, as you gradually hit silver, gold, platinum, they're figuring that in. So you're prepared.
So also at silver, when you hit silver, if you have someone that hits elite and anywhere on your team the same month that you hit silver, you get an extra share of the bonus pool.
If you've personally enrolled them. Yeah. And also, we've said this a number of times, but we can't stress it enough. Talk to your upline when you're looking at placements, because you're going to start looking at going for silver, but the next is gold. And when you look at gold, instead of having 3 elites, now you need 3 premiers. And that means your elites need structure. So when you're building, when you talk to your upline, they can help you not only look at your structure, but then you start looking at your leader structure and where your leaders need their team to be, who needs someone where we need PV, and start looking at their structure. So it's really looking ahead. As you start building from the beginning, you're looking ahead down the road. So by talking to your upline, someone who has done it, someone who can see what you want it to look like, especially as you're getting started, they're going to have a lot of insight. I still go to my upline for placements and talk to them, connect with them, because they're going to have they're going to see something maybe I don't, or they're going to have a couple different options. They can help me find what's best, but they're going to look at long term. We're building long term here. We're building a residual business. So we're looking farther down the road, what's going to get us to gold and platinum and diamond and above. So when you connect with your upline, they can help you structure for those ranks, not only just getting started in Hang Premier, but by doing that a certain way, you are setting yourself up to be a strong silver, to be a strong gold, to keep moving those ranks and get higher and higher. So pull on your upline, absolutely, with placements. We've said it a number of times, but that is like the one thing, if you can walk away with from this webinar, definitely pull on your upline, use them. They want you to. They want you to call them for placements.
Absolutely. And there's a picture of what Brooke was just talking about. You want to hit gold, and you want to help people be able to structure a premier structure. So this is what it looks like. Your average income is around the $4,800 mark. You have 3 legs that are premier, that have structure. So focus and purpose is going to be super, super important. This is a business of duplication. So if you will simply really pay attention to what you're doing as you grow to elite and as you grow to premier, that's what you're going to help your team do. Simply help your team understand how to do what you've done. And this happens. Gold will happen if you focus on helping your 3 leaders hit premier and simply helping them to create elites. Platinum is the next rank. Around $8,000 a month is average, and that's having 3 silver legs. So again, it's not, if you can simply learn how to help people hit elite, a silver simply has 3 elite legs. And you've been elite. So that goes back to product. There's no structure required there. But again, super important to help them be prepping for premier. No structure required at elite. Just 3,000 in overall points flowing through them. But you want them getting ready to go premier. That's going to be super, super important because you want to go blue diamond. And that premier structure is going to be key. Everybody talks about diamond. And diamond's awesome. But the jump from diamond to blue is fantastic. And that's actually where you don't just see the money increase, but you see the time that's required for management decrease. Okay, so you're going to see going from diamond to blue that if you structure correctly and you take your time with this, that you're going to be working less hours once you go from diamond to blue, but you're going to double your income. So we want you to be really strong with understanding that premier structure because that's what's going to be required next. Now, 4 silver legs will make you a diamond. You have to be the enroller of them, and they have to be the enroller of 3 elite legs. But elites don't make a ton of money. So our goal is to support them with their health and then support them with to start making some money. And as they grow to premier, right, that structure, you're going to be set up to make that jump now to blue diamond. Because a blue diamond has 5 gold legs, and to be a gold, you have 3 premiers. So at blue diamond, you're looking at an average income of about $40,000 a month. And that is fantastic. So very important to become comfortable with not just elite. Elite can happen, guys. Elite can happen in a super strong class. We're teaching a class tonight. We've got, I think, 35 or 40 people confirmed. Big class. Somebody could hit elite tonight, right? 3,000 worth of PV could flow through them from simply a few people purchasing big kits. So elite can happen. pretty easily, but we want to do this with purpose.
Mhm.
So we want you to understand how to set up for Premier, because our heart, if it's what you want, is to help you go all the way to blue and then to presidential. So presidential is going to be now 6 legs of platinum ranked, and people even rolled, and they're going to each have 3 silvers. So you see how this grows. And it's all based on understanding elite and Premier ranks,
Mhm.
with an average income of what most of us probably aren't making right now. So here, this gives you an idea of the percentage of leaders in doTERRA that are making this different rank money. I think it's important. You look at some businesses and they're out there saying, oh, you're going to make all this money. But when you pull it apart, it's like 0.001% of the people in the business make all the big money. That is not the case with doTERRA. Now, definitely, there are less people, making those higher ranked incomes, but it is growing at a crazy rate, and it has grown since it started. So check out the latest, those stats I think are online, of even this last year, 2016, how many new silvers, golds, platinums, diamonds, blue diamonds, presidentials are breaking even in the last 60 days has been off the charts. But you can definitely be a part of this chart and these average earnings.
Yeah. doTERRA has the same growth rate as Apple and Facebook. So you are coming in at the right time. This market is going to take off. It already is starting, but we're just at the beginning. So you are in the right place at the right time with the right company. So this is just a taste, and we're excited to get started with you, but just letting you know, like this is the best time. You are coming in at the perfect time for this business.
Absolutely. Here's a link. Definitely take a screenshot of this or jot it down. Dave Ellis is a financial planner. At least he spent most of his life doing that. And he pounds out some numbers in this that are fantastic. So if you've got accountants, if you've got a husband that's, not really sold, you need to watch this video, because it will show you step by step the numbers. And there is no way you'll walk away from this link without thinking, why in the world would I not move forward in doing something like this?
Yeah, I am not a numbers person. My mom and we're not. And when I saw this presentation, when he spoke at the leadership where this was filmed, I was floored, and it spoke to me, and I'm not a numbers person. So for someone who is, it's that much more powerful. But if you have not watched this, you need to. It absolutely makes so much sense, and it really just confirms why we're doing this.
So we have covered the comp plan, some, extra information today, a lot. Re-listen to this, play it back over a few times and write down questions you have. We are available to support you. You can jump onto any of our pages. Carol Lindsay's got a Facebook page that is interactive. The Essentials Coach page, interactive. We're here to support you. I go live every Wednesday at noon for anybody who has a question. And if we don't know the answer, we're going to do our best to find it for you. We are growing and learning ourselves all the time. But we can assure you that this works, that it's an incredible leadership, incredible company with integrity and mission that they're not going to step away from. We will be disrupting the healthcare industry, and they're positioned like nobody else is. This is going to be a big, big year. If you don't have a convention ticket already, get a convention ticket. You're definitely going to want to be there for the information that comes out. In the meantime, focus on sharing foils, focus on enrolling, focus on helping people.
Connect with your upline, make a plan, set some goals, and they're going to help you map it out to how you can reach those goals that you have set. You pull on your upline. You definitely want to use them. They've done this. We don't need to try to recreate the wheel. They know it works. So definitely be in contact with them, reach out to them, and set some goals.
And also, shared as a Wednesday call, but there's also a Monday call every week, a leader call, Monday at 11 Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
So get on that. I mean, somebody speaks every week, giving you ideas and tips and experiences. And then we're considering offering a leadership circle or a train to elite or some kind of training. It'll be a weekly training to support you and help you and give you ideas, and a challenge each week to follow through with to help you build your business.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to close with this. quote by Zig Ziglar, who I love his stuff. You're free to choose, but the choices that you make today will determine what you have, be, and do in the tomorrow of your life. And that is just simply the truth. When I meet people who feel like they're stuck, that they don't have any choice, that there's no way out, there really isn't hope, they're burnt out, they're tired of trading hours for dollars, not getting ahead, somebody else is determining what they make, when they make, how they make. We're excited because we're all saying yes to an opportunity to be entrepreneurs and yet to partner and lock arms and do it with an incredible community of people. They're serious about helping our families first, people around us, and the world. So I want to encourage you to share the opportunity, learn what you need to learn. Don't be afraid, believe, choose to be free. And we're excited to move forward with you and be a part.
And so thanks for joining us.
Thank you.